Show some initiative. It's not a rhetorical question.
The darker side of you.
Opponents.
Yeah. Opponents or
The audience.
people living in abroad. Other side.
Opponents, people living abroad. People living abroad are opponents. Right. But Sergey was actually right. What I do now, I'm collaborating with you, right? I show some initiative to take the stage and entertain you and tell you about something interesting. So I collaborate with you. And it struck me sometime, say 4-3 years in Toastmasters, that it would probably benefit me to know something about audience members, listeners. As a matter of fact, I started reading about that. And one interesting quote I found about Aristotle that said that people in jury judge past events. People in councils judge the future events. And those who just watch the orator's skills are observers. Some classification of listeners. Not very good for us, a little outdated. Today I want to tell you about a little more up-to-date classification of listeners that I found in the book titled Stand Up, Speak Out, The Practice and Ethics of Public Speaking. If you're interested, approach me after the meeting and I'll tell you about the book a little more. I haven't written it, some other people did. According to the book, there are 4 types of listeners. The first type is people-oriented. The second type is message-oriented. The third type is time-oriented. And the fourth and last type is action-oriented. Now, could you guess what people-oriented means? Once again, show some initiative. Do you count?
Time oriented, maybe there are people who value.
People oriented.
What? Sorry?
People oriented. The first one was people oriented.
That's what you are doing right now, engaging the audience to talk to you.
Not necessarily. When I talk about people oriented listeners, I'm talking about listeners, not a speaker. Listeners. People oriented listeners.
They pay more attention for the personality of the speaker?
Right. Have you ever watched a movie with your mother? Have you ever tried doing that?
Better not do that.
Why?
My mom doesn't understand a lot of modern words.
That's not the case with my mother. Let me tell you why I don't like watching movies with my mom. Because we watch a movie and there is some action, or say some sequence, dialogues, and she said, well, I don't like this hero because I don't like his mustache. He doesn't. And do you know about his wife? In real life, his wife is not. Mom, you're a little too people-oriented. Watch the message. Not about people. People-oriented listeners are listeners who don't attend that attentively to the message. They're interested in the person who delivered the speech. What does he feel about this message? Something about him. You got the idea, right?
As a personality.
Right. The second time, message-oriented. Could you guess what this type of listeners interested in?
Theme of the conversation.
Not only the theme, but they watch carefully what person is talking about, whether the speech is consistent, whether different parts of speech don't contradict each other. Person evaluators is a great example of this kind of listeners. The third type of listener is time-oriented. Have you ever engaged in a conversation with a person and start telling the person, well, what I think about the whole idea is that and he said, cut to the chase. I don't have much time. Be quicker.
At work.
At work, right? Time-oriented person is interested to receive your message as quickly as possible. Not interested in details, as opposed to the message-oriented listeners. And the last type of listener is...
Action.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Action-oriented listener. Well, this type of listener is not very interested in what do you say about details. He or she is interested what do you want him or her to do. I remember a girl at my job, a colleague, And I was telling, well, we have a billing system. She said, well, cut the crap. What do I have to do? I said, whoa, wait a second. There is a billing system. I'm not interested. What do I have to do? That's the last type of listener. Well, this classification is pretty modern. I don't know about you. When I learned about it, I found some examples from my past collaborations with listeners when I wasn't very successful. Because I am type of speaker who starts with, well, you asked me to tell me about my last speech. And I start with, the universe started some 4.5 billion years ago. When the universe started, stars started, and you say, well, cut to the chase, please. Well, I give a lot of details. And I found a lot of people somewhat, not disappointed, but irritated by me. And when I learned about this classification, I found that probably with different types of people, I need to make my message, tailor my message to different type of listeners differently. And that applies to our Toastmaster speeches as well. So who knows, maybe these types of listeners, keeping in mind these type of listeners will help you in your private conversation, in your future Toastmaster speeches as well.